Hi, this is Phil and my constant companion Wellington. This may be a little bit raw, very unscripted, no script at all. I've been following what's been going on with the rape of the young Sunderland woman, Chelsey. Watching it with absolute disbelief as things have unfolded. If you don't know what happened, which I'm sure most of you do, because most people who use the internet are informed, unlike those that sit and watch the British Bollocks Corporation. Chelsey went out for a night in Sunderland with a few friends and I think maybe a family member. And she got like the rest of us, got a bit drunk, and she was taken advantage of by migrants. I think they were Afghani and Iraqi migrants. They beat her, they kept her as a hostage basically, because she was held against her will, and she was raped multiple times. She was black and blue. If you go on the internet you'll see the photos of the poor woman. I should say girl, because she's really a girl. That is as bad as it gets, you would think. But no, it's got worse. The police came and saw her, encouraged her to go and see the rape doctor. They took samples. They found 2 lots of semen, one of which they could get DNA from. Obviously photographed all the injuries. They had an independent witness who saw her trying to escape from the house and these animals trying to drag her back in by her hair. So that's an independent witness, not just what she said. And what they did was they arrested them. Then they decided to take them to a safe house. Then they decided to lay no further charges and the investigation to be stopped. In the meantime, or just before they were arrested, I believe it was Chelsea's brother went round to the house where this happened. Which he would, anybody would. And I don't think, obviously he wasn't let in, but he must have been reported. So the police, with this brother, they arrested him and they remanded him to prison. They let 6 or whatever many rapists go without charge, having evidence, and they arrested and put a man in prison for going round to wanting to take it up with his sister's rapists. That, you'd think, would probably be the end of it. Nope, there's more. Obviously the family want justice for Chelsey, and they've had a spokesman, and I'm not sure whether he's a family member or just a friend or even just somebody in the community. Unfortunately I can't remember, because I think the post has now gone down. And he went into the town centre and he told people what had happened to Chelsey, and the public were right behind it. So now they had a march planned for today, a march from their locality where they live, and they were going to march, I think, to a town hall and then onto a police station to make a protest. Tommy Robinson has attended. What a great bloke he's turning out to be. I had my reservations about the guy because I didn't know enough about him, but he's one hell of a guy and he's been through hell. And the hell he went through is what is now happening to this poor family and friends of Chelsey. Because I think it was this morning, before the march left, probably well before the march had even congregated, They went and arrested this spokesperson. Don't know what for. They don't need a reason these days. They just go and arrest people, and that's what they're doing. This is what has happened to Tommy Robinson all his life for being outspoken. Me doing this, I wouldn't be surprised if the coppers come round. I get arrested. They are trying to put a lid on what is going on in our country. I don't even want to get into the Islamic part of it. I just want to get into the fact that the police will allow rapists to go free and arrest British citizens for being angry that their sister had been raped, for speaking out and letting people know it had happened, all because they don't want it to get out. They know this country's a pressure cooker at the moment, but all they've done is made people like you and me, because I'm sure you feel as angry, as disgusted and physically sick as I do over what is going on, how this family has been treated. And they're not the first, and they won't be the last. That's what you've got to remember. It could be you next. It could be me next. And they just want to keep a lid on it. Because they know when it goes bang, it's going to go bang big time, and it's going to change how they can deal with the people in the future. At the moment, it is getting more and more. It's not like a police state, it has become a police state. It won't be long before they shoot somebody. I'm certain of it. I know you say they shoot people, but I mean shoot somebody just for saying what they thought. I'm making an appeal now to any police officer that sees this, whether you're a constable, a sergeant, inspector, or whether you're the bloody chief bloody commissioner, blinking high ranking whatever. What you're doing, you must know is wrong. You may be being ordered to do that, but that's exactly the excuse the Nazi concentration guards gave for why they did what they did in the Holocaust. I know a lot of people come up with that and say that, and the reason they do it is because it's true. Just following orders is not a justification for acting illegally, immorally, and against, I would probably guess, your better judgment. The bad cops won't give a shit. The good ones, they will be having nightmares each night. Any of them that have had dealings with anything like this. Apparently, the female officer that attended Chelsey's allegation of rape was in tears on the day. She was in tears. So that is one officer who knew what this woman had gone through. And still nobody will stand. It's your job, I know. It's what pays your mortgage, I know. But at what point do you say enough is enough? If you all drop tools together, they can do nothing about it, can they? But that is on your moral conscience. I can't make you do that, and I know I won't make you do that. I'm not inciting you to do anything other than do your jobs. Do your jobs as laid down by law. Don't break those laws or manipulate them to suit what your puppet masters want you to do. That's got away a bit from what this video is about. It's about justice, not only for Chelsey, not only for her brother, not only for her friend and spokesman, but for every British person like Tommy Robinson who has been mistreated by the establishment and by their arm of force, as it were, the police force. I have been stitched up by the police myself. I tried doing it a second time and they lost. Now I'm going to go back and get the first time they stitched me up overturned. So they're not going to like me much anyway now. So please, what you can do is what I've asked people to do on the groups, on Facebook. Oh God, I nearly forgot. Facebook. They're a joke. If you think they're just American, then think on. The British government have got them acting for them big time. I made a post about this 10 minutes ago. Within 90 seconds, they'd taken off the share facility. So I've asked everybody, share. They haven't even thought about copy and paste. Trouble is, a lot of people don't even know how to copy and paste, which is a bit sad, but I know some people aren't that technologically minded. But Facebook are one of the main causes of lack of information getting out there. It's supposed to be an information network. I know it's supposed to be a social network first and foremost, but they're making the money from it being what it is. If everybody decided, sod it, I'm not getting what I want from it, then they would soon go down the pan. It's the same on everything. Here, this YouTube, which is Google run, I don't know whether this will be censored. I don't know whether the video will be stopped. It wouldn't surprise me. But if 20 people get to watch it, and that's 20 more people that can inform others. Please speak to, when you go for a night out, say, have you heard about that poor girl in Sunderland and what they've done to her and her family? Or at work, during your break, speak to your workmates. Speak to your mates, your family. Because they may not even know. The mainstream media have hidden it. Totally hidden it. But they think it's not going to get out there. It's going to get out there, and it's going to get out there big time. And I think the days are numbered. They started coming down on everybody, trying to frighten everybody. But the thing is, we aren't afraid. We are so angry, so fed up and pissed off with what's been going on, that actually overpowers the feeling of fear. The feeling of injustice overpowers the feeling of being afraid. So please do your bit. If you don't know how to copy and paste, get your grandson or your niece or Uncle Tom Cobley and all, just to show you how to copy and paste. That's obviously on Facebook, not on it. Don't try and copy and paste this, because it really won't turn out well. I'm sorry I shouldn't even have a bit of lightness in this video. But my thoughts go out to young Chelsey and her family and what they're having to endure, because the Liberals, this government, the government before it, all the governments, it's not political as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same. They're all the same. They have allowed these immigrants to come in, they know what their culture was like, and they're trying to hide their mistakes. They know what's going on, and they're worried sick about it. And so what they're doing is they're taking it out on us, the people that are saying, no, we're not going to tolerate this. This isn't good enough. So we need more people to stand up though. I've given up trying to make groups now. I've got the one website, and I've had those pus-filled Antifa trying to give me shit on Twitter. I just hope they turn up at my house. I hope they turn up at my house. There won't be as many of them leaving as turned up, that's for sure. No, that's not a threat of violence. It's because they probably go off somewhere else. That's what will probably happen. Right, I've gone over my 15-minute limit, which I always manage to do. I've got to reiterate, please share this message with every single person you know. If it was news to you, you think it's probably news to somebody else. And how can a gang rape of a young girl in Great Britain not be reported? It is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life. If you want to contact me, I think on my channel there may be an email address. I'm not frightened of people, I just don't want a load of crap sent to me because it fucks up my email. Get too much in there. But you can actually get me at British Warrior, RARRIOR, within, WITHIN. Sorry, you're up there, aren't you? Not down there. So it's British Warrior within at Gmail. That's Gmail, not C-mail, gmail.com. Just tell me that you're feeling the same, because sometimes I sit here with my mate here, waiting for my wife to come home, who's oblivious to everything that's going on in the world because she's just got that kind of personality and gets on with life as it happens in the moment. Oh, to be like that. Yeah, let me know I'm not the only one. Let me know your thoughts, what you think we should do about it. Please click the like on this because it means I know you're watching. You can subscribe if you want. I'm not going to say I don't care, of course I care. Because I will be doing more videos. I stopped for a while because I'm going well over my 15 minutes, aren't I? Like many of you out there, I have suffered with depression extremely badly. And this week was a bad week. All this, what's going on, got on top of me. My tablets seem to be bringing me out of it a bit now. So, don't be frightened of talking about this. Don't let it build up, because that's what I did a bit. Especially if you do suffer from depression. So, hell of a thing to admit on video, isn't it? Oh well. Come on, well. I think he's telling me that enough's enough. He's telling me that's enough? Oh yeah. Right.
Good boy.
Yeah, good boy. Right, best wishes to Chelsey and her family again. And do your best to get the information out there. This has got to stop. It's not a little thing anymore, is it? It's expanding across the country, and the more it expands, the harder they try to come down on it, and the more we push back. But don't stop pushing back. The minute we stop pushing back, then we just become an ant underneath their size 10s. Right, guys, I shall leave you to enjoy your weekend, unlike those poor buggers in Sunderland who aren't going to enjoy their lives for some time to come. I will speak to you anon.